So I went to the grocery store to buy ingredients because today we're gonna be making some buns, some hot, steamy, delicious buns. No, seriously, we're gonna be making sweet butter savory rolls. I don't know how they're sweet and savory, but you know what I mean. So I got the ingredients for that, but I came across this, and I love, is it pronounced Noosa? Yeah, I love this yogurt, and I saw that they are starting to sell like individually packaged, because they usually sell them in like this really big tin, but now they're like individually packaged and Mexican chocolate flavor. I love Mexican hot chocolate, so we're gonna try this now. You see that? Look at that. Try that. Yeah, look. That looks appetizing. Okay, so I have the warm milk, I have some sugar, and I have some yeast. And so basically I'm gonna let that sit for 5 minutes. You're allowing the yeast to, I guess you could say, wake up. And so how you'll know is after 5 minutes it's gonna have a bunch of foam appear. And technically that foam is like the yeast burping from after eating all that sugar that you sprinkled on top. Science! Yeah. So this is what you're looking for. You see that it's foamed quite a bit. So yeah, that's what we want. And then add the fat. So we're adding a 1/4 cup of butter. And you want to, yes, I'm using a rice paddle. I would generally make this in the mixing bowl, like in the electric mixer, but it's hard to film using that, so that's why I like this. I have an egg, 1 egg, and 1 egg yolk. I want to mix that. And then what makes this special is some honey. I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of honey. I'm just gonna add a little bit of extra flavor and sweetness. Yummy, yummy. Okay. Once that's mixed, we want to add the flour slowly. We're actually going to be using bread flour for this recipe. And the reason why you want to use bread flour is because it has high gluten in it. Now, of course, if you have an allergy to gluten, please don't make this recipe. But the reason why you want to use bread flour, especially in like in a yeast dough, is because when that yeast expels the carbon dioxide, basically those bubbles that you saw earlier, the gluten in the bread flour actually traps those bubbles, and that's what allows the bread to be nice and spongy and delicious. So that's the science behind it. So at this point, you can just turn out the dough here. If you're not using a bread maker or a stand mixer, it's easier to really, after the bowl, you want to incorporate moving it. You know the dough will be ready when it's really elasticy and it doesn't really stick anymore. So basically, this is what you want your dough to look like. You can see that it's not sticking, not to my hand, not to the work surface. So you know you've incorporated everything, you've worked the gluten in this ball of dough, and you want to put this in a clean bowl, wrap it up with saran wrap, and keep it in a warm place. Let it rest for about an hour, and maybe an hour and a half, depending on how much it proves. I'll see you, and we're back. Look at it. It truly doubled in size, and I actually waited 2 hours for this to happen. But look at it, guys. This is exactly what you're looking for. Remember what it used to look like 2 hours ago? Look at it. Look at it now. Just want to punch it down, deflate it, and then we're going to work this dough, cut it into pieces, and let it rise another time. There we go. They're about even. If you have a scale, I highly prefer you guys to scale your pieces so that they're evenly weighed. But they're about like a fourth a cup, a little over a fourth a cup round balls, and they're not really perfect in size, but I kind of want it like that so that they look a little rustic. Yeah, and I'm gonna let these rest for an additional 30 minutes to an hour until they double in size again, and then we're gonna bake them. Yeah! Ooh, there they are, they're double in size. So what I'm gonna do is, looks like there is 9 of them. There you go. 350 degrees for about 18 to 21 minutes. Bye. I think they're ready. Wow. Wow. Look at them. Look at the ones with the butter already on them. Those look great. Let me sit you guys down real quick. Look at those buns. Nice and round and perky. We're gonna top it off with some of this honey butter that I made. Make it extra yummy. Oh God, guys, if you could only smell this honey perfuming, because the buns are so hot. Like, oh my God, these look so good. They look so good. Should I cut open? Should I cut them open for you guys? Okay, let's cut it open. Look at that. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you like glossy, beautiful, brown, and delicious buns. Or well, just me. Bye! You slather more of this butter, this honey butter on the bread. My God. Best recipe ever. Don't ever buy bread again. This is it, guys. It's easy. It's delicious. You can make this ahead, freeze it, and then bake it off. Ah!